Good evening, everyone. Welcome to M3 TV News, the stream that gives you the best news. This is your boy M3, and I have a new guest. So let's say hello to Mr. Brandon Jones, and I have Larry Howard. I have First Lady Tammy, and I have the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So tonight's topic is discussion about Dr. Umar Johnson and with his receipts. So last time, we did this was like kind of like a couple months back. We did like a video about him, and at the time, unfortunately, we had like a negative review, an honest one, because a lot of people have been wondering, okay, where is Dr. Umar Johnson? Where's the money going towards? Everybody's been donating, and he's been chanting donations, but we didn't see like much of a progress. And so the last thing you want to see is him gambling, even though it wasn't the community money, but he's gambling his own money away. And that's what got like a lot of people upset, and people was calling him fraud and all that. So recently, which this is why we're doing this breaking news, is because now he's showing the receipts. He's showing the Marcus Garvey. I don't know if it's a high school or it's like an elementary school, but it's a school like for underprivileged children. And he's showing his receipts, y'all. So we got the video. It's like to show it off. And so we're gonna start with that. But before we do anything, let's give a shout out to Gator Girl 04. She says, peace, everyone.
What's going on, Gator Girl?
Big feet. Go at it. So let's go ahead and we're gonna give her a round of hold on. I don't know why my sound bitch like there we go. We're gonna go give her a round of applause. Welcome back. And she says it's just a gym. Okay, so that's what it is. So ain't no classes in that funky gym. Oh man. Oh man, already clowning, man. Hey, but you know what? We're gonna try to give the brother a benefit of doubt, right? This is gonna be something positive. So anytime I see something good happening for like any of our people, I'm gonna uplift them. So let's just hope and keep our fingers crossed, because the guy did say that expect for 9/11 for it to happen on 9/11, y'all. So we're gonna hold him accountable to that. All right. So let's go ahead and play this stream. Let me know if you guys can hear the sound, okay? And see if I can blow it up. Here we go.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Peace and black power, peace and black power. Peace and black power, peace and black power. It's the Prince of Pan-Africanism, King Kong consciousness, Black Power's Bruce Leroy, the last dragon. I'm in the building. Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium, and we painting. It's about work. We putting that work in right now, family. We putting that work in right now. Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. Working, you see that? That's Brother Kevin, Sister Nicole, they working. They working. Y'all want to sit on YouTube, make videos all day, make documentaries all day, debates all day, interviews all day. We building for the babies right now. We building for the babies right now. Y'all see Brother Manny up there on the lift? We working. We working. Talk is cheap. We working in here. We working in here. We getting ready. September 11th, we gonna see 911. Sharon and Pilar about to do the girls' bathroom. Sharon and Pilar about to mess up the girls' bathroom. Sharon and Pilar about to do the girls' bathroom one time. So we gonna let the queens do their thing. And the ladies, oh, by the way, hold tight. Let me show them something one time. Hit the fountain, Sharon. Hit the fountain. You can turn that off. Flush your toilet for me one time.
I'm gonna use my foot on.
Go ahead. That's clean. You ain't gotta use your foot. That's new. And the soap is working. Put some soap on your hands. See? Wash your hands off. They think we playing games around here. Yes. We getting it ready, family.
Yes.
9/11. 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We gonna see. We could be home, sleeping around watching film and ESPN and YouTube gossip. We putting that work in. So you know what you got to do? You got to hit the Cash App. $FDMG School. You got to hit the Cash App. $FDMG School. You got to hit the Cash App. $FDMG School. You got to hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG. Hit the PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the Cash App. Cash.me/$FDMG School. If you want to be a vendor or performer, information will be out Monday. If you want to be a vendor or performer, information will be out Monday. If you want to be a vendor or performer at the FDMG First Annual Family Festival, aka Black Power Block Party, the information will be out Monday. The HVAC has been ordered. The HVAC has been ordered for the elementary school, the Garvey building. The festival permit has been approved. We're getting the work done. This is King Kong consciousness talking to you. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. There must be evolution before there can be revolution. There must be evolution before there can be revolution. There must be evolution before there can be revolution. There must be evolution before there can be revolution. That's right. 3-on-3 b-ball tournament. 3-on-3 b-ball tournament. Newark, New Jersey, August 7th. Denver, Colorado, August 13th. Louisville, Kentucky, August 14th. Macon, Georgia, August 15th. Harlem, New York, August 17th. Kenosha, Wisconsin, August the 21st. St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, August the 28th. New York City, Black Parent Boot Camp. Nat Turner birthday, October 2nd. New York City, Black Parent Boot Camp. October 2nd, New York City. Las Vegas, West Coast Boot Camp. Let's make it pop. West Coast Boot Camp. Let's make it pop. King Kong Consciousness coming to you live and direct. FDMG Academy. It's not a game no more. Hit the Cash App. $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App. Help us raise the money and finish the work, brothers and sisters. Hit the PayPal. Help us raise the money. That's right. HVAC is on its way. Permit is there. We hooking the gym up. September 11th, Ethiopian New Year. We gonna see. Peace and Black Power.
Right on.
All right. So after watching the video, have your thoughts changed? Have your thoughts about Dr. Umar Johnson changed? Why or why not?
I would say, wow. I don't know, man. I really don't know. And man. I don't know, man. It's been so many red flags with Umar, man. Like, I want to believe him. I really do. Like I love how like the videos that I watch from him, and I've been following him for a lot of years now. You know what I'm saying? I love how he speaks to the black experience, the black culture, us as black people. I love it. But I think with the school thing, man, there's been so many red flags, man. With the gambling, him assumingly living in filth.
Mhm.
You know, him not wanting to take donations from certain people. It's kind of just been up in the air a little too much for me, man. Like, you know, I need a little more transparency. I need a little more, you know, direct connect when it comes to the people. You know what I mean? And you know, you when you asking, you know, the regular black folk who live in the inner city for donations, that's a big thing, man, because you know, a lot of people ain't got it like that, man. You know
That's
what I'm
fact.
saying? They just trying to make it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So, you know, it's a hard thing because we need that. What he's offering, we do need an all black school that teaches black education. You know what I'm saying? That teaches us about who we are as a people. We need that, like for certain, for sure. That'd be a beautiful thing to have outside of HBCUs. Be a great thing to have. But you know what I'm saying? With that, you know, I still need a little more transparency from a man. You know, I love what I see him doing. You know, he's done a couple of videos on the campus, and it looks good. And I support the brother, man. I really do. You know, I'm not gonna tell anybody to not give to his cause at all. Definitely, if you believe in what he's doing, give to his cause. It's really on you, and you can support him with giving to the cause or without giving to the cause. So, because some support is not always monetary. You know what I'm saying? It's you doing other things. So, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I really want the brother to really just be a little more transparent because of the red flags. And I'm not even gonna get into his personals because that's none of my business. But he just has some red flags just in his lifetime that just makes it hard to completely believe him. But like I said, I love what he does for the black culture, for the black experience, and for us as a people. Like I really do love it, man. I really do got a lot of love for him, man. You know, like as a brother, I really do love him as a brother, man. And I feel like he's one of the people that do speak for us. You know what I'm saying? You know, at times, but you know, I just don't know. I don't know.
I really respect this gangster on everything, but the only two problems I have with it is number one, the delivery was too long. He should have got straight to the point because people are given to a cause. And me personally, I'm like, what is it? We don't have to keep on going over stuff. Let's get to the point, and you know, then I can make my decision from there. You know, two, I just felt like it was a sales pitch. It wasn't like a donation type of thing. You know how somebody be like, let me hold some money for a bit. I'm the kind of person that I give it to you, you know, in the proper way. But if I feel like you're trying to finesse me into something, then I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
So that's my piece on it. I mean, other than that, this dude is definitely doing something that you know, you need. That's what my brand is all about, lifestyle for you. Um, I actually been through a whirlwind for the past 3 days because I've been having to go around and to be honest with you, check the people that's supposed to be, you know, my day ones in my life. And I did not like anything that they told me in return. I had to stand my ground and rattle some cages. But at the end of the day, you can't sit up here
Mhm.
and tell me nothing. I got my sorries like I was supposed to because I'm a real dude. And I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me in any type of way after all the stuff that I do for you. I'm not even going to go into the Pacifics. Some of y'all know what the Pacifics are. Personally, you got close to my vest. But man, stuff just had to be said. And even to my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my brothers and sisters, and you know, my mom, she dying, she on her deathbed, and my sister is tripping. I just had to tell her, I don't want to see your boyfriend over my mom's house again. He's taking food off my mom's plate, and I don't like it. And you have a problem with me coming to use the bathroom because I'm seeing my mom, and she gonna die any day now. Are you serious?
Yeah,
I'm not feeling that. I'm not
I
feeling
got you
that.
though. Yo, Brandon, what's your thoughts, man?
Well, my prayers with the brother who who has the mother, you know what I'm saying, going through a troubling time. Prayers up to you, and I agree, like, as far as, like, just trying to put all my eggs in my basket as far as, like, supporting the brother. I'm all for my people and everything. I'm all for the movement and everything. But I really gotta get behind what you're saying. If I go all in, like, yeah, you're right, let's do it. But what I'm saying, pretty much the same thing as as far as this guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for going in and out. I'm getting these incoming calls. I'm sorry.
No worries though. It's good to have you on for the first time. So thank you for being like a part of it. And before like I asked everybody else, just want to let you guys know, like in the chat, definitely please get these likes up. The more likes that you guys give on YouTube, the more attention like this video will receive. So
For
let's
sure.
make this go viral. Get these likes up. But yeah. DJ Eddie King, what's your thoughts?
He's having mic issues.
Oh, okay.
It's on M3. Oh no, First Lady Tammy.
Yeah. Can't forget about First Lady Tammy now.
Man, okay, so first of all, my thoughts about him have not changed. I don't like him, but I look at him from an educational perspective, and so I don't like him. I mean, I feel like there are some good things he says when it's not related to the education aspect. When he's talking about, Black culture and things like that, I'm like, okay. But when it comes to education, he needs to take a step back because a lot of times he don't know what he's talking about. So, I will say if I would have heard him say Cash App one more time, I got like that's crazy. It was like, damn, how many times you gonna tell people to Cash App you?
Right.
Like, how many times you gonna say Cash App? Like, damn. Like, okay, I heard you the first, second time. Like, damn, you ain't gonna keep saying it.
Exactly.
But first of all, his date of September 11th, I don't see that happening. I will say that. I don't see that happening because putting a school together, okay, so if you have a building, that's great. But there's a lot that needs to go into the building in order for the school to be ready for students to come in. September 11th is a little over a month away. Like, you still painting the gym. Like, like you ain't got to paint the bathroom yet. So, like, I'm sorry, but September 11th, no, you know, no. That's the thing is like, it's great to have, that thinking that might be, the date, but like be realistic. You don't even have kids like enrolled in your school yet. So you don't even have teachers hired for your school yet. You don't even have an admin for your school yet. Like, come on now. Like, the thing about it is like a school, you have a building. Your building is not ready. And for you to think September 11th, you are in fantasy land with no real measurable expectation of where things should be. You might be done painting the building by September 11th, but I'm pretty sure September 11th, which is once again a little over a month away, your school's not going to be ready to go. It's not going to be ready to go.
You should have some teachers on board.
My thing with him is, he speaks about things I feel people think that he's knowledgeable about, and I've seen by stuff that he said that he's not as knowledgeable as he portrays himself to be. The fact that he's opening a school without fully understanding what it means to open a school and the responsibility that is a big red flag to me.
Oh man.
I look at things from an education perspective. I mean, shit, I've been in education over 20 years. I still wouldn't open a school. And I'm pretty sure I know a whole lot more than he does. And I wouldn't want to run a school. I wouldn't want to have a school. Like there's so much that goes into it besides having a building. There's so much that goes into it. I love Gator Girl. She's saying some stuff.
Gator Girl's clapping right now.
That's the thing is like
and Casey as well too, man. Y'all lighting them up.
Like he showed the painting of the gym, and it wasn't even fully painted, but the painting of the gym. So I give him that. He gotten started with the different colors of the painting. Okay, you gotten started with the bathroom. Okay, but you didn't show any classrooms. You haven't shown anything. Like I said, running a school is a big thing. Having the school ready within a month, it's just not gonna happen. So, my thoughts about him were that he doesn't really know as much as he says. And then he was talking about, oh, y'all on YouTube. Motherfucker, you on YouTube too. You on YouTube. So what are you talking about? Like you're doing the same thing. Like, okay, today you're in, got your little video going, but the other day your ass was in the airport at the slot machine. So I mean, I'm just saying, it's like, make up your mind about what you're gonna do, where you gonna be. So so like I said, I mean, for me, I look at things in the education perspective, and he, so I don't have a lot of faith as far as, the things he says. There's just, for me, when I'm looking at it from an educational lens, there's way too many, there's a lot more red flags than there are green flags. So, so those are my thoughts on it. Those are my thoughts on him. So my thoughts haven't changed at all. So
I think, yo, it's funny. I always say, I'm in a relationship, man. I think you think it's us guys, but it's the women that clap at you the most. Good. Woo,
They be like,
he double getting clapped at. I think him picking that September 11th date is definitely disrespectful for the people who have gone through tragedies on that day. Mm-hmm. You should pick a different day. You could pick a different day. There's 30 days in September. Don't pick September 11th, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just disrespectful to the people who actually went through stuff. I'm from New York, so I know. You know what I mean? I was in New York that day when the towers fell. There's nothing to play with, man. So, you know what I mean? Even if you're not in New York, you should not have to play with that day. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying you're gonna do something like on Christmas or Easter or, just any sacred holiday, like, or any Jewish holiday or any Muslim holiday, like. It's just certain things you don't mess with, man. So I think him doing that is just kind of foul. So
yeah, that's sticky stuff, man. Sticky stuff. That's what it is.
September 11th. I'm telling you, he got some real high hopes. He got some high way up in the sky. Whatever he's smoking, I need some of whatever he's smoking. Kind of high hopes.
Hey, you got please read these comments, and then we go to Queen. But please read the comments, please.
Oh yeah, certainly, man. Because boy, y'all lighting him up, man. Let's start off with shout outs to like Casey's Tush TV. We did an interview with her last night, and it was phenomenal. So go ahead and subscribe to her YouTube channel. But she says like, yeah, I agree, Tammy. And then Gator Girl was like, girl, like he needed to have several seats. And then Casey says like, yeah, like he's a little sketchy. And then Gator Girl was like, fair sketchy. And then let's see, she says you claim to love black women, but wait, hold on, let me get the sound bit for this one. Like, yeah,
yes, we need
one. So you already know what I'm gonna play. Straight brutal though. Okay. She says, right, Tammy. Let's see. Okay, who is he expecting to attend? Delwell don't know him. Okay, and she says that, and she also says that he has lost my credibility. Here go says that's just a gym, not what was she saying?
Near your classroom been renovated.
Okay. And then she says like seniors need to fill out their college applications with a doggone typewriter. He's a damn dinosaur. Y'all just tear him up. Hold on. And then, oh man, this is the funny part. Those painters are not licensed with the state of Delaware. He's got to lay people off in there, working with no insurance. Hope no one gets hurt. Yeah. He hides behind some account. Right, Tammy. He's going to be on the internet more than anybody, always streaming and begging. Okay. And I also put like in between in my Dr. Umar voice, get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up, y'all. I want to keep chatting on y'all. Get the goddamn likes up.
So get the cash up.
Oh yeah. No, son, Mario Mary. Get the guy.
Okay, so I will say this though. Is that he does have a building. So I will give him that. He does, because before there was no building to speak of that he was showing. So I will give him his due for that, because at least now there is a building. So I will say that. But you know, that's all I will give him, because that's all there is to get. That's all there is to give. So
okay. Damn, I'm sorry, the chat still light his ass up though. All right, hold on. Okay, run. Okay.
Oh, they clapping at this boy.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Let's get to Queen, man. Shout outs to Queen 2021.
Yeah,
She's doing it. So Queen, your thoughts? Hello, Queen.
I saw a little bit of the video, but I've been watching him for a while, like different videos with different people I've been around. The one thing that always comes to mind with me is that it's not in what you say, it's in what you do. And you can call people out to be a certain way, but if you're not doing it, then how can you lead me? It's like, you know, if I don't like a trainer, if you know, a trainer can be all sizes, but if I don't see the transformation in what you're doing, how can I trust that you're gonna lead me right? So but I think as a Black community or community of color, unfortunately, you know, we don't trust, we have a hard time trusting people, especially when it comes to our hard-earned money. And how can we trust strangers when most of the time, you know, we're being robbed and used and abused financially, whatever, by our own family members, you know? So how am I going to just come to you and drop you $5, $10, whatever? Even that may not seem like a lot. Some people that is a lot. But I think if you have all these degrees and you have all these accolades, you should know that there's grants out there that you can get to get your own money. So why are you begging us to do it? And then you put down a community and then you say, oh, I only want this. And then you go on YouTube talking about, oh, I'm interviewing wifeys. That's you sound like you sound stupid, you know? And I have no respect for him. I think he's a clown with an education. And I think, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, once again, it's one of us being a ignoramus, you know, on here begging, talking about get me money and like me and blah, blah, blah. But if you're really about the Black community, you would have been started something. You know, the Harlem Children's Zone it's a huge nonprofit in New York. Black guy started it, and he started as like in, I think, his living room or community center as a after school tutoring program. He has over, I want to say like 20 programs now, you know, and a lot of nonprofits. Obama talked about him, but you know, he wasn't on the YouTube begging for money. He saw a need in Harlem and he did something about it. you know. So that's what I think. I think it's unfortunate, but you know, everybody want to shock value. Everybody want to post their face everywhere, say, "Oh, this is what I'm doing. We need to go back to Africa. We need to wear natural hair. I ain't with no sis." Please, if I really followed you and took pictures, you probably with some chick with a perm, you know, whatever, fake whatever. Come on, I just think it's a clown. Like, if you want to be about it, be about it. Just do it. Don't sit around and wait for anyone else to do it. You're supposed to have so much money. You know, you got all these degrees. What you doing with it? Then you're an idiot. You're an idiot with degrees. That's what you are.
Oh, damn.
That's how I
You know
feel.
what?
So he's
I
like
like
a certified idiot.
I like what she said when
Which
she was
one?
talking about how the guy started, like some guy in Harlem, he started, you know, in his living room.
Mhm.
I like what she said because that guy understood sometimes you have to start small in order to get big. And you starting big, thinking you're gonna do great things, it like you're living in a, like I said, whatever he's smoking, I might need some of that because he lives in this fantasy land about what he thinks is going to work. So,
But
like,
Hold on, wait. Let me play devil's advocate on this one, right? Okay. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. 'Cause I'm like, man, y'all. I'm starting to feel bad for him, but how y'all lighting him up like that, man?
Don't feel bad for him.
no, I think he's living off of his name.
Yeah.
And his whatever YouTube videos and traveling, whatever. He's not living off of what he's done. Because you know, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be about something, just do it. You don't have to start from school with 50 students. You can start with 5 and make an impact with that 5. You know, that's how most programs start, especially when it's started by people of color, because we don't get the same support financially through the government as other people of color, you know, non-people of color.
Yo.
Okay, but let me say this though, right?
These comments.
I do have a question to ask you, right?
Right. Well, the comments.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I read a comment, right? I'm gonna say this, right? Well, what if, right? The reason why he was like turned down like certain donations from certain people is because he's trying to pretty much gain most of the power. But let's just say if he goes to like those big corporations, you know, for donations, most likely it's gonna be like, you know, like agenda. Whereas like, okay, we give you this money, but we own a certain part of your school. And maybe he doesn't want that type of sponsorship. He want to make sure he has like 100% total control over his school.
You know, but they have grants. You know, there's so many grants that people don't apply for. There's so much grant money that he could be applying for and getting, where they give you that money and there's not any, you know, we need a part of this or that kind of thing. So I mean, he could be getting grants. He's not getting grants. He's Cash App, PayPal, all this kind of BS, asking people like he said earlier, like, you know, they may not have the money. And that's the thing, is like in the community that he's trying to serve, a lot of people may not have that kind of money. So you're asking people to Cash App you the little money that they have that they can't afford to give you. You asking people to do that? I mean, like, you know, that's the thing.
Hello? Can anybody hear?
I mean, and even in like where I live, there is a group of schools that their mission statement is to close the African American achievement gap. Let me see. So I've worked there before, and so, you know, you learn a lot about, you know, what you say and what you do. Actions do not always follow words. Some things are portrayed a certain way when that's not what's really going on. So, so, you know, when it comes to him, yeah, he could be getting grants. He ain't got to be doing Cash App, PayPal. I mean, if that's what he's doing, that's what he's doing. But there are grants out there. There's so many grants out there that people don't even apply for because people don't know about it. And most of the time, when you want to have some type of big, you know, company, whatever, you apply for grants because they give the grant is money that they give you and you don't pay it back. This is money that they give you for whatever you're trying to put it toward.
Yeah.
I want to
That,
say what you just said.
That,
Sorry,
that
First
depends.
Lady Tammy, is that the reason why people don't go after the grants is also because you have to show what you're using the money for. If you get
Yep.
Cash App, that's just me handing you $5. You don't have
Right.
to prove nothing to me. So when your ducks and your stuff ain't in order, that's why you don't go for the grants.
Right.
Because they're gonna come back and say, you said this money was going to this. This money ain't supposed to be in your pocket. This money is supposed to be going to that. This money is supposed to be going to that. And you have to show receipts. A lot of people don't want to do the paperwork, or they don't have the right motive to show the receipts. So Cash App is easy because I ain't got to show you nothing. I can show you a building. That could be a building that Google owns or somebody else owns. That ain't got to be my building. I could show you a school that that's a private school that ain't got nothing to do with me. I could show you anything.
yeah.
So yeah.
DJ Eddie, did you have something you want to say?
Yes, yes. Well, first of all, how's everybody doing?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, they're doing good. They did
All right,
light the
Mr.
hell
Hall of
out of
Fame.
school.
All right, everybody. All right. Well, this what I have to say about that. About the grant. Everybody can't get the grant. It all depends. It depends. They're gonna. What they do is they check how much money you made, taxes. They look into all that. So some people can get,
Not
some people
always.
can't get it. It depends. It depends. But let me say something. The man is making money for us doing shows. He's doing shows at these places that he just named. Texas, Philadelphia. He's doing a lot of shows to get paid there to do shows, and people
Isn't that a
donate there too.
3-on-3 tournament?
So the, huh?
Isn't that 3-on-3 tournaments?
You don't do basketball tournaments?
Yeah, that's what he said. 3-on-3 tournaments.
That's the school.
No.
That's not the school.
No, in the video he was naming a whole bunch of different places and dates, and he was talking about 3-on-3 tournaments. In this place, in that place, on this date, on that date.
That's the school. That's the school. He went outside. You notice he went outside. You didn't see like part of the school building. That's the school.
Okay, so
You didn't see that?
when he was talking about the different things that you say are shows, those were 3-on-3 tournaments he was talking about.
You said shows? No, listen. You going way off. I said he do shows for us him making money at these shows. Donation. I'm not talking about the basketball thing.
You talking about speeches, Tim? You talking about speeches?
Yeah, speeches.
Okay.
Thank you. Speeches, and he get paid for that. People donate. That's how he saved the money too. And of course, people send money online and stuff like that. But that's the school. That is the school. You know, they just started paying. That's the school. If people don't know,
Okay.
so I'm, seeing is believing, right?
We saw a room and a bathroom. We saw a gym and a bathroom.
He got other pictures online. He got other pictures online. He got other pictures online showing the school. What are you talking about?
Okay, so the likelihood he's gonna have that done in a little over a month is not likely.
Yeah, but you gotta investigate, man. He got pictures and stuff for the school and stuff already.
Like I said, September 11th is a little over a month away. The likelihood that his school is going to be ready to go is not likely. The amount of things that he still needs to do.
Listen.
The kids need to have all this kind of stuff by September 11th. It ain't happening.
Okay, well, listen. Dr. Umar Johnson is not rich. Dr. Umar Johnson is normal, just like us.
Right.
He's not making millions of dollars. He's not making millions of dollars, and this stuff take time. We can't just have the school up and running just like that. You got to spend a lot of money to build a school.
Okay, so why did he say September 11th?
You got huh?
Why did he say September 11th? It's going to be ready to go.
I guess he got confidence in himself that it's ready to go.
Yeah. Too much confidence.
Well, so if you say it's too much confidence, but at the end of the day, that all that is you know what we see. We see him putting in the work. We see all that, right? So what other excuses is there to have right now? What's excuses is to have right now?
So, like I said earlier, he does have a building, so I will give him that. He has a building. As far as we can see, he has a building. So I will give him credit for that.
He been had the building.
You said what?
He been had the building.
Okay, so he has a building. I will give him credit for that. He has a building, okay? Ain't no way September 11th is going to be here and he's going to be ready to go. Ain't no way.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that.
I know that by September 11th, the amount of things that he has not even done yet, he's not going to have it done by September 11th. So especially if he's still talking about Cash App.
What amount of stuff that he hasn't done yet? What's the amount of stuff that he hasn't done?
He's still working on the gym. He's still working on the bathroom. He needs to get desks in every classroom. He needs to get books. He needs to have his curriculum ready. He needs to have his teachers ready to go. He needs to have his admin.
It just showed you the bathrooms is done. It just showed you. The bathrooms is done. The toilet is done. Everything is done. You just got to paint.
So the plumbing works in that one bathroom. That's great. Like I said, classrooms need desks. Classrooms need books. Classroom needs supplies.
He already showed
He probably already have.
He already got that stuff. He already got that stuff. So you know, this the thing. See, I investigate. You should do a lot of more investigating.
How about you send those receipts?
He already got that stuff. No, listen. Listen. You get the receipts, young lady. You get the receipts. Okay. Listen.
So now we're going to be disrespectful?
No, you asking me for the receipts. The receipts is online. It's not that hard to look up. Go to Instagram. It's right there.
Obviously, I don't know where to look because I done some research and I can't find what you're looking for.
You haven't done no research because it's right in your face.
Okay, so you haven't done research because you've been.
I have done research. I have.
So you've been with me.
You're sitting up here saying that the bathroom is not even done yet.
You've been with me when I've been doing my research. Okay, I get it. So you're saying I haven't done my research. I just said to you, whatever you have seen, I apparently can't find it because the research that I've done, I haven't seen whatever it is you're talking about.
Well, that's not my fault. That's your fault. Ain't my fault. That's your fault. You got to look it up yourself. You know, just like you know, he already showed the bathroom. The bathroom's working. The toilet is working. You know, he putting in that work. You know, why do people give him credit for that? It's always something. Oh, but he needs to do this. He needs to listen. So far, this is what we have. He's working towards that. You can't make $1 million in a week. He got to do these shows. He got to get people to send that cash. This stuff take a minute. It take a while. It take a long time. I don't know where people get this from about school's supposed to be done in a week. That doesn't exist.
Nobody said that.
That doesn't exist. So
nobody said that.
That's what you acting like.
Nobody said that.
You acting like that.
Nobody said that.
So wait, are we getting to a point where
I said September 11th because that was the date that he said. He said himself September 11th.
Okay, you're not there, so he's probably got things done. He's probably got things done.
I know more about education than he does.
What is getting things? Hold on, wait. Pause. That's not. First of all, there's nothing funny. That don't even make sense. What does education got anything to do with getting stuff done? What does it have anything to do with it? That has nothing to do with it. Education don't get nothing done. He's walking into that. He's showing people. Hey, he's showing people that he's getting stuff done. You talking about knowing about education? We ain't even talking about that. We talking about the school.
So, like I said, he said in the video was September 11th. He stated himself in the video. This is out of his own words. September 11th is going to be ready to go. This is what he said.
Who said he didn't say that?
What?
Who said he didn't say that? I didn't say he didn't say that. I said he's very confident.
Like I said, I know companies that have put schools together. And I am very aware of what it takes, the amount of time that it takes. Even when you have your building ready, even though your building, as far as the building is ready, the amount that it takes to actually be put into the school for the school to be ready is not going to happen in a little over a month.
So how do you know? How do you know he didn't get work done? How do you know that though? Because what, you've been with him 24 hours every day in his life. How do you know that? He probably still getting work done. He probably still got everything you're talking about. He probably already got that done already. You say you know, but you're not there to see.
Okay, yep, I'm not there. I'm not there.
You're not. Yeah, you're not.
You're right and I'm wrong. You're right and I'm wrong.
Okay, guys.
I say you're not there. Yeah. I just say you.
Okay.
I just say you weren't there.
Okay, guys. Pause.
Yeah.
See, this is an example of why we need to start the battlefield thing. Remember what we talked about last time, right? Like when hold on. No. What?
That's after. That's
no.
Different.
What I'm saying is like this is a type of moment where you guys should have like your little debates for 1 minute. We gotta get to the next question, y'all. But yeah, I'll just say, hey, agree to disagree.
And the comments, please.
Oh, the comment. Oh, oh shit. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and bring. Yeah, those. Wait, hold on. Let's start with this one. Master Duck says, "Don't talk about Tammy like that. She's too pretty to be dealing with ugly attitudes." Okay. Gator Girl says the receipts are out there.
You ugly. How about that? Now, when I say to your face that you ugly. Now.
Don't be hating. Don't be hating.
Hey, stop. All right, hold on. Let me get to the receipts out there are not looking good for the big funky. Hey, Master Duck says,
listen, sit down, drink your Gatorade, okay? and mind your business.
She's talking about Dr. Umar. Don't be mean, bro.
Oh, Dr. Umar, okay.
Yeah. Master Duck says, because she's building a school dummy. Now he's talking to you, DJ. So let's let you know.
Yeah, say it to my face. How about that, dummy? Say it to my face. Obviously, I have to make this clear. Now, when I said 24 hours, Sammy is not there 24 hours. She don't know what's done. She only see what's done, which is the video, which they already showed the bathrooms and all that stuff. She doesn't know what else is done. He says September 11, right? So obviously, he's that confident. He must got it almost finished with it. He's almost done with it, right? So when he gave a date,
hold on.
I'm trying to finish the comments, though, yo. I'm trying to finish the comments, yo. Hold on.
No, but I'm gonna say this though. To be fair, right? Like, okay, DJ Eddie, right, is right on that part, right? Because we don't know what he has in store. I mean, look, exactly. I'm just saying, right? I'm not defending nobody, but I'm just saying, like, logically, right? He probably has something in store that we don't really know about. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I understand. Granted, he built his school. He's been building school for 5 years. Okay, he's been turning down other donations, but the thing is, though, we don't know like what do he has that other people think that we see. So, let's give him a benefit of the doubt a little bit. Remember, he have until 9/11. Master Duck says, Eddie, your last name is a lie. You ain't no guy.
Listen. That dude ain't gonna say it to my face. I don't want to hear nothing. He got to keep my name out your mouth. Okay? My name is in your mouth so much, man.
Hey,
like you ain't got nothing better to do, huh?
Let me say this. Master Duck, chill, Master Duck, chill. You're doing a little too much, Master Duck, chill. You can say your comments, you can say certain things, but you start getting a little too personal. Relax, all right?
That boy love him some Tammy. I tell you, man. Damn.
I don't care what he love. I love to see him in person. That's what I love to do. But anyway, listen. Now, before everybody's talking about 5 years, if anybody has been doing any investigation like they claim they do, first of all, no one even knew about Dr. Umar Johnson until 5 years ago when he came out with that. What's that? The color of not the color of purple, but colored something. It was a documentary It's a part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure a
Oh,
few people out there know.
the documentary that's made by Tariq Nasheed.
Yes,
Yeah, I know what you're
yes.
talking about. Hidden Colors.
No, yes, Hidden Colors. There we go. Nobody knew about him until he went on the documentary. So when he went on there, that's when he started making these videos and speeches and stuff. Nobody didn't even know him like that. So when he started coming up, that's when all the donations started to come in. They started to come in, because of like the things that he said. Now they following him. He just started building this school. The money just started rolling in. So people are saying it took him 5 years. Look, well, he wasn't even up like that. He wasn't even up there like that.
Because he announced his school on his Facebook in 2010.
When did you say? Well, listen, I didn't see that.
I don't know. We got to do the research on that. Even he's like, what, 2010? I thought it was 5 years though, but she says longer than 5 years. Hold on.
So was that after? So was that after? So when did the Hidden Colors documentary came out? When did that come out?
Hidden Colors been out for a while. Hidden Colors been out for a while. I want to say.
No, when did it come out? When?
I don't know when he was actually on it. He was like actually probably on like maybe 2 or 3. I don't know which one he was on. He wasn't on the first one. I know that for sure, from what I know of. But I think he came out on Hidden Colors probably, I want to say 2017.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when people starting to notice him because of that show. So even if he was talking about his school in 2010, you can't make $1 million with the job that he got. If he going around and doing these shows and stuff.
I have a question. Do he really owe $150,000 like in taxes?
Hey,
I didn't hear nothing about that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
Where's the receipts?
Allegedly.
Where the receipts at? Where the receipts at? Can I? Where's that at? Yeah, that's just hearsay. That's hearsay.
I mean, it is in the title though, right?
That's hearsay though. That's hearsay. We got what we see what we got in front of us though. We see that school though. We see a man that's putting in work though. That's making that promise like he said. We see that. As far as whatever work he didn't get done or did get done. Listen, we see that school. We see people putting in work. Huh? We see we see our people up there painting them walls, huh? We see that, huh? So it's like every time I turn around, somebody trying to tear him down. They're trying to tear him down. Excuse me. They're trying to tear him down every time. So let's just say the school is done. Then what they gonna say then?
Yeah.
He can't win if he doesn't get the school done, or if he does get the school done, he can't win for nothing. It's always somebody gonna be just roasting him, clowning him, saying something negative. He can't win for nothing. But go ahead.
So that's what kind of makes him influential, right? DJ. Oh, and yeah. Okay. And hell, I mean, basically, he's just answering like number 2, pretty much.
Larry said he wanted to talk. Larry wanted to talk.
Yeah, I'm trying to. He has to unmute his mic.
Larry, you gotta unmute your mic.
Okay. Yeah. So 2 things. No, number 1 about the PPP loan thing. I know you can get it because I have gotten 2 of them. 2. So it's not hard to put in the work to get a PPP loan. Number 1. Number 2, if you're starting a business from the ground level, you need to be real with what you're talking about, because if you are, you have no problem getting the people. I'm doing that right now as we speak. And it's not very hard to look at people's problems and fix them. That's what I do best. That's 2. 3, I feel dudes hustle, and I like it because that's the same kind of aggression I use. But the one thing that he needs to do is he needs to make sure he has the right resources around him from opening that school. Because that's what I'm trying to do for kids with my brand. And I have about 3 teachers that I know personally, like Tammy 1 and 2 other people that's teachers that they got master's degrees that understands how to teach kids. So before I go and open a school, you do for damn show. I'm gonna talk to them first and try to get them involved, because when you playing with kids and their education, hustle is not enough. They need two things in that school. That's the problem with schools today. Schools have teachers with no education, but they have nobody with street knowledge. It's either kids is getting one or the other, and that's why we going like this. We got to bring that shit together. The teacher needs to meet the street dude, and y'all need to have a conversation, then make a school for the kids.
If he's so legit, why he has to shut down on damn near every crowdfunding platform?
Yeah.
That's hearsay, man. Now that's hearsay. What proof is that though? Where's the proof at? Where's it at? Exactly. That's it. That's hearsay. All that hearsay stuff is in the trash right now. We see what we got. We see what we got right now.
Was frozen. GoFundMe shut down.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Let me ask you guys this then, right? Well, let me ask you guys this then. Well, what setbacks do you foresee coming as he continues his journey on the school?
He better be real about it. That's it.
The school board, he might get pushback from going through the school board, the district, and wherever he's trying to open up the school. They have to approve the curriculum. There's so much paperwork he has to do with the school district. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna open up a school in my basement and I'm gonna teach 20 kids this curriculum. You have to get approval. Everything has to be approved. So that could be a major pushback for him. You can get a building, you can, and at the end of the day, you can show anything on the internet. You can show anything. Don't nobody know unless you're walking with him. We don't know how far along he is, and we don't know how far off he is. All we know is what he puts out there. And what he puts out there, it may not be credible. It's just pictures, it's just showings. Anybody can show that. Anybody can show anything.
He already showed the school.
And it's nobody knows unless you're walking with him. But his history, he hasn't been very credible. If you've been trying to do something since 2010, maybe you need to switch up and get a little more help. Why aren't bigwigs, financial people helping him who are so Black community? What's the problem with that? There's so much more to just saying what you're going to do and not doing it. That's all I'm saying. It's easy.
Okay. Now, look. 2010. Here we go. We back to that now. we back to 2010. Listen. He wasn't known until that Hidden Color show came out. He wasn't known until then. So that's when when he started getting on making these videos. When that documentary came out, everybody knew who he was. He started making videos now, going to interviews and stuff like that. The donations didn't come in till like around 2019. People started donating. He wasn't asking for no donation in 2010, unless he was doing shows. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you've been trying to do something for over 10, 12 years, you might want to switch up how you do it if it ain't get done yet. That's what I'm saying. If I'm trying to build a house since 2010. And my house still ain't nowhere built, then I need to switch up my approach to it. That's all I'm saying. He was known. He just wasn't known to everyone. He was known in his community or wherever he's from, but he didn't get known worldwide until he started getting on the web or whatever else. But all I'm saying is that, it's easy to just say, oh, you need to do this. We need to do this, Black that. And, you ain't got nothing to show for it. And the Harlem Children's Zone is run by Jeffrey Kennedy. That's the Black guy who started the Harlem Children's Zone. Just a little FYI.
How long does it take to get a house?
Depends on how much money you got. And if you want to build it from scratch. That's all I'm saying. It's kind of like, I'm just saying you wouldn't, it's called insanity when you keep trying to do the same thing and you get the same results. That's all I'm saying. So if you're not getting the results that you want or that, you should be showing at this point, you just maybe need to switch up your approach. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he ain't do this. I'm not saying he ain't got it going on. I'm not saying nothing. All I'm saying is it's easy to manipulate footage. It's easy to manipulate what you put out there, showing that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, because you control what you're putting out there. if I'm not walking with him, I don't know what he got. I don't know how much he got done. I just know what he's showing me. And it's very easy to manipulate footage and show something that ain't really real. We all know that. It's called airbrushing. It's called filters. You know what I mean?
Real quick, Brandon, are you able to talk, Brandon?
There's no airbrushes, so there's no
He do
filters.
get the school done by September. I wish him all the best. All I'm saying is that don't nobody know really what he has going on because ain't nobody there with him.
You said nobody knows. I said that they have videos out already.
Yeah, but you can manipulate a video, Eddie. Come on, we all know that.
Listen, where's the airbrush and all that stuff at? He's an old man. He don't know how to do that.
Okay, so
don't do that type of stuff.
So in the chat, Umar said that.
How you know he don't know how to do that?
Wait, hold on.
Listen.
Wait, hold on, guys. I gotta read this one part. Gator Girl says Umar said that he raised $7,500. Oh, sorry, $750,000 to the school that only costs like $400,000. Where's the other $350,000 that could have gone towards the taxes? Is this true?
So you can buy the school, right? Who listen? Who says that it was supposed to be cheap? You got these houses that's like what, for $2 million, $3-4 million that we got to buy. And some other places is cheaper though, but you got to think about it. You got to spend money on the school supplies. You got to spend money on the bathrooms, everything, the gyms, everything. You got to spend money on that. That's a lot of money. You can't just build a school just like that. You need money to build a school. You need money to build a house from the ground up. You need money to do that.
But Eddie,
$1 million to do it.
But Eddie, can you answer like Gator Girl's question, because she said that he has. This is her claim, right? I'm gonna say allegedly on her behalf. She says that he has $750,000, but the cost to build a school is $400,000, and she says where's the other $350,000 at? Well, one.
In his pocket.
Where's your $350,000? Where's your $350,000? Where's her $350,000? Where's her money at? Why is she worried about it? She ain't put in no work. She ain't put in no work. Why you asking for the man money? You ain't gave him no money. You ain't gave him nothing. All you doing is running your mouth.
Okay. Hold on.
That's not what she said.
All she's asking is all she's asking is that okay, like did he? Okay, what I'm asking is, did he really raise that amount of money? And then if so, you want to know where is it?
Okay, well, just like everybody else said, is he really building the school? Look at it. Look at it. It's right there. Mm-hmm. It's right there. And she says, stuff costs money. This stuff ain't cheap. This stuff costs money. If that was the case, we all of us would have been able to do that.
Mm-hmm. I guess everything that we see on the internet is true and it's honest. Everything that's on the internet and YouTube is truthful.
Who said that? Who said everything was? That didn't come out of my mouth.
Saying you got receipts. You got it off the internet. You don't know if it's true or honest. You don't know whether.
Listen. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that y'all don't them push this investigation forwardly. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. A lot of people's not even a fan of Dr. Umar Johnson because they're talking about he's a scam and all this stuff, and it's really coming from black folks. That's what's really coming from. That's what started it. It started from us. But look what we're seeing right now, though. I want to talk about this school that we're looking at, and it is a school because it's on video a bunch of times, different angles of the videos. You can go look. Y'all looking in the wrong place. Y'all looking in the wrong place.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Stop.
Y'all looking in the wrong
real quick.
place.
Hold on.
Hold on. Time out, y'all. Time out. Okay. First, let me read the comments, right? And then I had to ask I had to ask Brandon Jones a quick question. So what she said was the 990 tax return he filed for this fake school this past year. He said that FDMG, I forgot what FD stands for. I know the MG is Marcus Garvey, took over $500,000, and then she said, "I saw." Okay, that's not even relevant. Okay, Brandon, real quick, man. what are your thoughts right now hearing all this? You've been quiet for a minute, in and out, so.
Yeah, I got these calls and texts coming in. I can't do three things at once, but I'm still here rocking with y'all. And I think everybody's opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. That's why this group exists. We all opinionated. We all got things we got to express from our experience we've been through knowledge and relationships. But I think I'm saying going to his brother, what's Omar. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't just I'm getting to an age where I can't stand behind a lot of folks who got these ideas. I do the same thing with my time and my money and my effort, you know what I'm saying, my people, and then some. But like it's nice to see a group, a show where everybody's, has their own vocal, opinion where things need to be placed and where things need to be going,
Okay. I appreciate that. That's fair. Well, let me ask you guys this though, right? Because this ties into that. And then Melissa's trying to get on there too, so I'm gonna have to ask her this question. But guys, do you feel Dr. Umar Johnson will be successful in the progress of the school? Why or why not? You know what? Let me just go ahead and ask DJ Eddie King this question. Because I feel like I don't know. I just feel like he's like the only one, man, like the lone wolf, and everybody just like nah.
Everybody, sleep.
He's like the one person that has.
I can't say everybody, but most people don't sleep.
By the majority.
Yeah. Yes. Listen. I feel like definitely he would be successful. It's just it's a lot of money into stuff like this, man. And as far as the video and everything that I've seen, he put in the work. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, right? Okay. The taxes and all that stuff. Listen, all that stuff is hearsay. We can't see this man tax form. I can't see it. Mm-hmm. I can't even find receipts on that. So to me, all that is hearsay. So after he built his school, people say, they're going to say congratulations and this and that. But I promise you, it's going to be more chaos, like it's chaos right now. I mean, it's absolutely chaos ever since he dropped this video. It's been absolutely chaos. And I'm just trying to figure out, why is it got to be like that? Why is it got to be like that? If anybody was a boxing fan, Darrell, are you a boxing fan?
Love boxing.
Okay. Now, you've seen the fight with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know about the tampered gloves, right?
Yeah, I've heard about that, yeah.
Okay, did you see the pictures?
I know there's evidence out there, and they kind of had to stop the third fight, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's pictures out there with a professional photographer with different angles of Tyson Fury wearing tampered gloves. So we see that, right? And people are still saying, no, that's fake. So this is what's going on here with this video. Everybody's saying it's fake and it's not real. Everybody's saying that. So is this how it's going to be? Now, when he built it, they still going to say it's fake. When they see the kids in the school, they still going to say that those is fake kids, it's robots. Is that how we going to do it? Like, it's just sad, man. It's sad to me, and that's not even, we can't even point at the white man. It's the black folks that's doing it. It's the black folks that's doing it. That's how deep it is. You know what I mean? We supposed to be winning. So whether if he say September 11th, the 12th, the 13th, let's just say it ain't September 11th. Let's just say, okay, well, we realize we need a little bit more work done. Okay, I'm not tripping. As long as he get that school work, as long as he get that school done, I ain't tripping.
I get your point. Oh, yeah. Wait, but first, I want to say shout outs to E Black TV.
E Black,
he's letting everybody know, man. Yo, leave a like for the stream.
Word.
Salutes to him, man, and follow his YouTube channel as well too, man. E Black TV, man. Dude got an awesome stream. So
listen, I think it has to be, shout out to E Black. You know what I'm saying? I think it has to be where I'm gonna cover both sides. So I'm gonna cover the red flag, but then I'm also cover what I would love to see happen. And that'll answer the question. I think the red flags are his personal life, his love life, how he's living, the gambling thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are red flags that people, the location of the school, those are red flags that people are really, they feel a way about. All right, granted. But I also think you got to also look at, what he's trying to do as well. So you gotta look at both spectrums, and then you gotta make your own decision. You know what I'm saying? It's like the vaccine. You know what I mean? You know, you got to make your own decision. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a certain amount of evidence here, you get a certain amount of evidence there. Now the decision is yours. So I think his vision and what he wants to get done is fantastic. Like nobody, no, listen. And I want everybody to understand this. You know, some people may like him, don't like him, whatever. Nobody's arguing about him as a scholar. Nobody's arguing about him as what he's had to go through, what he's had to fight through, or just how he promotes, our culture. Like we're not arguing about that. You know what I mean? I think it's just a red flag is what make people say, you know what? I can't really do this with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't rock with homie. Like I think that's really the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but see, I think the positive thing behind it is the fact that he is trying to do something that's different. He is trying to do something that is progressive, that's motivational, that we do need in our culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I think with all that, I would love to see it take off. Like, I'm hoping this gym thing is not just that. I'm hoping it gets popping. Like, I'm hoping like, yo, he doing it. It's gonna get popping. We good. It's gonna take off. You know what I'm saying? Everything go well. Forget everything that we kind of seen, the red flags or whatever else, and it's actually gonna be something progressive. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a shame for it not to be that, but I'ma say I think it could work. I think it can work. You know what I'm saying? And I think we just got to get past, some of the things. We got to understand we live in a very, very, a very controversial but very judgmental culture when it comes to anybody trying to do something black for anybody. So we gotta realize that. We gotta realize that, and we gotta just take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? And try to support him, as much as we can. But like I said, if these things keep coming up, then there's really nothing we can do. Like if it keeps coming up, if this keeps popping, with him not, making things happen the right way, people can't ignore that. But I believe the good would outweigh the bad. Yeah, so I think it could happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Tammy, before you say anything, let me get to Melissa real quick. Since you just hopped on the stream. Good evening, Melissa. How are you?
What's going on, Melissa? Welcome to the show.
Seems like she's having connection issues.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi.
Doing good.
Good.
Are you connected on your
me?
phone or your computer? Yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
It's a little bit of speech lag, but it's okay.
Because first I logged on, then it like bumped me out, and then I started hearing this weird noise. So I had to log off, and I tried to do it on my phone, and it won't let me speak or be seen. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you probably have to adjust like your settings because
So what are we discussing?
we're discussing about like Dr. Umar Johnson. So basically, long story short, a lot of people are skeptical of him because he's been building school up for like 5+ years. Some people are saying it's like more than that. And recently, he's now showing in his side of the version receipts of the progress of the school, and he's telling people the school's going to get built up on 9/11. Now, a lot of people are still not buying him on that, and they're just thinking that he's just prolonging time, and he's not going to build that school up. And they think that he's a con artist. So I don't know if you're familiar with the guy, but if so, I just want to get your thoughts. And I think she has a delay.
Who is the guy that we're talking about?
Listen. Let me say this, right?
Dr. Umar Johnson. Are you familiar with him?
Oh no, I'm not aware. No.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Just sit tight real quick. I gotta get to Tammy because Tammy had her hand up.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to say a few different things. So first of all, I agree with Queen when she said that videos can be manipulated. It is a real thing that people can do, no matter what your age is. It is something that people know how to do. So to say that that's not being done, you don't know if that's being done. That's number one. So not everything you see online is real and true. Not every video is real and true. Anything can be manipulated to look the way you want to. That's what the first thing I want to say. Second thing I want to say is I agree. And so the second thing I want to say is that I do commend him for choosing to do what he's doing. So I don't want it to be taken because I feel the way I do that I'm not happy he's doing what he's doing. Let me say that. I did say earlier he has a building. Great, he has a building. And I also will agree that, yeah, you know, it's a possibility he has all the things he needs to get this done by September 11th. So I can say, yeah, it is a possibility. As far as the success of his school, and, you know, I look at everything from an education perspective because, I mean, I'm not a know-it-all as far as education, but I'm extremely knowledgeable about education more than some of the people that come to the stream, because I am in education. I've been in education for over 20 years. So when I talk about things as far as education, I know what I'm talking about. So when I say certain things, I'm speaking from a knowledgeable standpoint. I can say what I'm saying and stand by it because I know what I'm talking about. As far as the success of his school, this is something I would wait and see, because there is a lot that goes into a school being successful. The ones that I said that are out here that they're about their mission statement, majority of the students there are African American. Majority of the staff is African American. Monetarily, because you have kids keep coming in from the outside, it might look like it's successful, but that doesn't necessarily mean it really is. So success is measured in how your students are doing. How are they progressing? How are they learning? How are the teachers teaching? What is the students' mental health when they're in the school? Are the teachers really invested? And it's not about just being a Black teacher. It's about more than that. So it's going to take a lot to see whether or not his school really is successful, because it's more than just having a building and putting people in it. And to have in your mind that that's all we got to do. And I'm not saying that's in his mind. For those who are going to say, well, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. I'm not saying that's what he said. I'm saying that a lot of times when people decide to do certain things in their mind, because they don't understand the full capacity of what it takes to do it, their mind is, I'm going to get this building and I'm going to put this people in it and it's going to be all good because I have this in my mind. The reality is it takes a lot more than that to be successful. And even the ones that are here, I worked there. I know what's going on behind the scenes, and I know what's really going on rather than what they're showing people is really going on. And when you look at things a certain kind of way, because you're so determined, this is the thing I talk about. When you have this tunnel vision, you don't always hear what people are trying to tell you. And the things that people can try to tell you can be things to help you and help to move you forward. But your tunnel vision is so focused on, this is what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this done, and da-da-da. But in the meantime, there's people that are trying to help you and give you all kinds of things, but you ain't even trying to hear it. You hear what you want to hear. So as far as his school being successful, if I were to look at it from an education standpoint, as far as where he's at right now, I'm not very hopeful for that. I mean, I would like to see if it will be. I'm not very hopeful, because I've already heard the way when he talks about special education and the fact that he don't know shit about that. He don't know shit about that. I'm sorry. And I'm
whoa. About education? What you mean he don't know nothing about that?
Hold on. Because I have heard him say out of his mouth. This is not hearsay. This is out of his mouth. Oh, they testing kids for special ed while we in distance learning. That's a lie. That is a bold-faced lie because districts are not allowed to test kids for special education during distance learning. So that was a bold-faced lie. So he says, oh, you can't test kids because you don't know what they're doing. Of course you don't. So that's why they're not testing them. And talking about, they say they have a reading disability. There's no such thing as a reading disability. You can have a learning disability that is related to reading, but you cannot have a reading disability. So like I said, I speak from what I know, and I know education more than a lot of people that even get in this stream because I've been in education for over 20 years. I worked with infants to high schoolers.
Okay.
I know a lot. So so the other people that are in the education field, they know a lot as well. So like I said, when I look at Dr. Umar Johnson, I think when it comes to education, he's full of shit. I do. And I'm keeping it real and 100. I love the fact that he's building the school and his mindset as far as what he wants school to be. That's great. We all have dreams. It takes a lot to get a dream going. But like I said, you're a psychologist. Psychologists don't know shit about teaching. You don't know shit about what it takes to be a teacher because you got your degree in psychology.
He showed knew the Black Lives Matter was going to take that money and run. He showed knew that. He knew that.
Hold on. He has his degree in psychology. He has his master's degree in psychology. Okay. I can give you that. You know about psychology. You got your I will give you that. I don't know the ins and outs of mental health. I do understand about trauma, but I don't know the ins and outs of everything about mental health. And I'm not going to state that I do. I know Queen knows a whole lot more about it than I do. So I wouldn't say, oh, I know. But when it comes to education and teaching, you damn sure I know what the hell I'm talking about. And like I said, special education. When I heard the stuff he said out of his own mouth, that showed me he was saying stuff that was very ignorant. And he said those things because there are people that watch him and listen to him. When he says that, they're gonna take what he says like, damn, he's a school psychologist, so he must know what he's talking about. No, there's a reason why people do not become teachers because they can't do what it takes to be a teacher. They can't handle being a teacher. There are people that are teachers that shouldn't be teachers, because they didn't know what it took before they got there. There's a reason why he became a psychologist and he didn't become a teacher. Teaching adults is not the same thing as teaching junior high. Teaching adults is not the same thing as teaching high school. Teaching adults is not the same thing as teaching elementary. And you being a school psychologist doesn't mean you know shit about being a teacher in the classroom. Doesn't mean you know shit about teaching kids. You might know a whole hell of a lot about being a psychologist.
That's BS.
You might know a whole lot.
I got a good question about that.
That's BS. That's BS.
You might know a whole lot. So, like I said, I know about teaching. I'm in education. I know a whole lot more. And Eddie, as much love as I have for you, I know a whole hell of a lot more about education.
Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Well, let me ask you this though, right? Let me ask you this about
listen.
Hold on.
Wait, I do have a question though. Okay, what? So I know you know a lot about education, right? But I'm going to ask you guys this though. But do you think knowing education and business are the same?
No, and this is the problem. Is that these people that open these schools, they run it as a business, and they don't understand that it's a school is more than that. It's more than that. That's why you have these kids that aren't doing well, and your focus is on the business. You're not focused on making sure that the kids have what they need in the classroom, have the right kind of teachers in the classroom. You cannot. It's not the same thing. It's too different. When you look at it as a business, you're looking at it in the wrong eyes. If you're going to look at it as a business, have some people that are going to actually run your school, that understand what it means to run your school.
How do you know he
Okay.
ain't got that though? How do you know he doesn't have that?
I didn't say he didn't have that. I didn't say that.
Okay, so that's So that's why I said
answering the question.
So that's why I asked that question about knowing the education and then the business, right? It's because he may not even have a clue about the education aspects, about the children aspects, but he probably just have the business mindset of how to start the business and how to run it. But that
And that's
doesn't
what I'm
mean that
saying.
on the inner cities, that doesn't mean that he knows how to, run, how you call it, the emotional aspects, the more deep aspects for the children. So
Right, but
he's probably thinking as a business aspect, business proposition, but maybe one day that probably would tie it in once he starts hiring the employees that he needs. That's how most schools
You know what?
operate.
My hope is that that's what he does. That's my hope is that that's what he does.
Hey, let me. I want to reply to what she said.
Right now, looking
I
at
want to
what
reply to
he's
what she
doing,
said.
You gonna rock? Hold on.
Let talk.
Hold on. M3. Listen, I believe we give people a flower. So hit the horn for Tammy for education background. We gotta hit the horn for her. You know what I'm saying?
Give about a second.
We gotta show you
My
love.
phone keep going. Come on, time out. So we're gonna hit a couple horns. The first horn, and then.
Listen. Come on, man. Come on.
All right.
First of all, listen. Let me say this. First of all, as far as you saying that you know more than me, you don't know what I know. You don't even know what he knows. So I'm not going. I don't know. Listen. I know you. I know you're a teacher.
Off of what he says.
I know that you're a teacher. I don't know what you know. Don't
says.
sit up and say you know more than me.
I judge what he knows off of what he says.
No, you said you know more than me. You don't know what I know.
I know more.
That's what I want to make it clear.
You do.
Okay, you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on.
You know what you're talking about. No, you don't.
Back and forth argument.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Tammy, let them speak. Let them talk. Let them talk. You let you talk. You gotta let them talk. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. See, this is my thing. See, it's a lot of chaos. Look, first of all, listen. Dr. Umar Johnson, right, knew about the scams that was coming with the Black Lives Matter movement. Nobody did listen, and then look what happened. Okay, so who's pushing that movement and who's not? As far as I've seen the ladies bought 3 houses for 90 million. Huh?
Excuse me, do your research.
So,
Wait,
like I said, look, and then you got a guy over here that's actually showing, that's putting in the work. You got, and then far as the business and the teachings, of course that's different, right? It's not the same, right? Okay, so look, we don't even know what's gonna happen. All far as we know is that we see the school, we see it's being built. That's what we know. She says she got more knowledge than Dr. Umar Johnson as far as education, right? I don't know that. I don't know that because lately he's been telling the black community a lot of things that we didn't even know. Now, as far as like for example, transvestic disorder, nobody even know what that is. Nobody even know what that is.
What is it?
Transvestic is a disability disorder for cross-dressing. Far as like a gender that wants to be like, let's just say a male wants to be a woman, a woman wants to be a male. Allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly. Throw that in there. I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna state that too. But yeah, go ahead, Mr. Hall of Fame. You want to say something?
No. I'm fading to the back. I'm gonna let we gonna let Queen and Melissa rock, and then I'll come in after that. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start off with. Let's go back to Melissa real quick. All right, Melissa. After hearing all this back and forth stuff, did you get anything from it?
Okay. Well, I've worked with kids in an education background, and I just feel that there's a lot of things that come into play when you're dealing with kids or just teaching in general. And it's really good that he has a psychological background because, to be honest, I work with kids. And there's a lot of people, a lot of kids that get into the system of going to, regular education, and they get lost in the system. They have so many different disorders and they don't get, diagnosed in time. And they're having so many issues, academically in school because they're not diagnosed, or they have like teachers that are not properly equipped to be able to, deal with them in the classroom. And I know for me in the school that I was, being a teacher assistant at, like that's what, and it was also a private school. I found that that was an issue a lot of the times. Like they were just getting, anybody just for the money. But then a lot of the kids had like behavioral issues or, learning disabilities. And we couldn't properly like help them out. And a lot of the times then because we couldn't do like help them and we didn't have the proper tools, like most times that I've done, like slowly but surely they would be pushed out because they couldn't be helped in that regard. So it's like I'm in one part like I'm very, I feel like I know what he's trying to do, and it's like okay, that's great, like that's very commendable that he wants to come out with having a school. But there's a lot of other there's a lot of other things that come into play. That's great. He has a psychological background, but there's also a business standpoint, and there's also you can have a psychological background, but there's ways to deal with kids, and that's where the teachers come into play. So it needs to be like everybody needs to work together in this type of regard because again, when you're dealing with education, there's a lot that comes into play when it especially when it comes to dealing with kids. And trust me, like I have experience with working with kids. It may not be as long as Tammy, like 20 years, but it's a lot. So it's like he might be throwing money at the situation, but at the end of the day, if you don't have a proper staff or like actually like good people that have experience to deal with these kids, then everything's going to go down the toilet. Like it doesn't matter how much money you're throwing to a situation or if you have a psychological background.
Okay, that was a good one. Thanks for sharing that. Queen, you have anything you want to say?
I do want to say that at the end of the day, word games, when I listen to Dr. Umar Johnson talk, he's very slick with his tongue, with his words. I watched an interview where he said at one point that he was a descendant of Frederick Douglass. Then he took it back and said, "Oh, I'm part of the lineage line. I'm not the direct descendant." So I just think everyone, unfortunately, Black people have been preying on other Black people more than any other race after slavery. And unfortunately, we don't trust each other because we do each other so dirty and grimy. And then we say, "Oh, support me because I'm your sister, I'm your brother." But it's kind
But
of
that's
like
also part of
going into a Black owned store and saying, "Oh, that's too expensive," then going to the white store and spending 3 times that. We don't do each other enough. We don't trust each other, and our culture has been taught to fight against each other. I hope like I said before, I don't really like the man. I don't trust him. But I hope he gets the school done, and I hope he does the people right. I hope that his goal is finished. Hope that he's done before September 11th. I hope that the school rocks out. I have no ill will. All I'm saying is that the proof is in your pudding. And sometimes when you talk a big talk and your feet can't follow, you blame other people for not supporting you. When I'm not the one who, I'm not the one who put on them big boots. You put on the big boots, you got to walk the walk. That's all I'm saying. So hopefully his son, hopefully he's honest, hopefully he's truthful, and hopefully he gets a lot of support. But me, on my end, he ain't getting my $5 and he ain't getting my support.
All right. Shout outs to E Black Podcast. Good
E Black.
afternoon,
What's going
E
on,
Black.
bro?
Well, good evening to you, my brother.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
What's up,
Nothing
E
much,
Black?
man. I already know you probably already heard an earful, especially like the chat was lighting like Dr. Umar up.
It was
But
like,
let me ask you this though, right? Oops, wrong one. Let me ask you this. Do you feel that his strategy for asking for donations is a good strategy? Why or why not? How do you feel about Dr. Umar?
I do. I mean, I remember back in the days when we used to have the zero government funded buildings, and I think if you're able to prevent getting funded from the federal government, you have less restrictions, less in terms of curriculum and everything else. So I think it's a good strategy. So if you're gonna get money, if you're gonna run a program and call it a Black-owned program, then I think you have to almost exclude yourself from the government.
Okay. Exclude yourself from the government.
Oh, let me get my lighting right because I'm looking extra chocolate right now. I'm sorry, y'all.
Let your chocolate shine, boy. Let your melanin shine. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. Look, I got a lawsuit against Kodak because they ruined my childhood. Them little cameras did not do me no justice.
Oh man. man,
All right,
more black, right?
I'm gonna answer the question, man.
Mm-hmm.
So education is the same as business. Nah, it's not.
It's not.
But you can learn both. You can learn from a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? So there's things about education that you can learn, you can apply it to business, and there's things that you can learn from business you can apply it to education. You know what I'm saying? So it just takes the wherewithal, the perseverance, the research, the humility, and the love for your craft to really chime in and really gain an understanding, of both fields. You know what I'm saying? Because both are respectable fields. Both are fields that take a lot of dedication, work, and love. And you both fields require you to be a servant at times. You know what I mean? Especially in education. You know what I mean? Because in education, you're working with these kids who are not your kids. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have the understanding of that. These are not my kids. And you have to be there to guide them, but you're not their parent. So it's that fine line. And so that's hard to do because sometimes you can see, but that kid has to realize their potential. They have to grab onto it, and you can do the after school programs. You can do, you can do everything that you can to help them, but it's up to them. I remember I wasn't doing well in math, and I was killing every other subject, but I wasn't doing well in math. And the math teacher came up to me. He said, Mr. Bowens, he said, I see. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Hall of Fame. I see your report card, man. Like I see your grades. I see what you do in the curriculum. He was like, if you could just apply that same energy to these mathematics, like you would kill it. He's like, but you're not applying yourself. So because you're not applying yourself, it's not working for you. He was like, you can't, he's like, you will have to basically do a little bit more for mathematics because it's your weak point, but you're not putting in that effort. He said, he told me that I have an after school program. I'm here every day. The school will end at 3. He'll be there till sometimes 5, 6 o'clock at night. He said, I'm here late. And you could be here, Mr. Bowens, because you need the help, but you won't apply yourself. So based on that, I had to wind up going to summer school in order to get my diploma. It was an embarrassing moment for me, but it was a humbling moment, and I learned from it. You know what I'm saying? And I got my diploma.
I had to do the same thing. I had to graduate in the summer too.
Yeah, so it taught me that I was gifted in what I was doing, but everybody has their weaknesses, and in your weaknesses, it could hold you back if you don't sharpen them up, if you're not attentive to them. So that's that. As far as business, business you somewhat have to be a servant, but in business you can kind of be hands off as well, depending on your role.
Mm-hmm.
Some businesses you can have it where nobody ever sees your face. You're selling them a product, they're buying that product, they're happy, and you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? There's certain businesses where you have to be face to face with somebody. If you have like a restaurant, or if you have a certain type of establishment or a chain of restaurants or a store, or any kind of business that you're running, whether it's something to do with technology or anything, you have to be one-on-one with the public, but you have to separate your personal feelings from your business feelings. You know what I mean? So it has to be separate, and you can't bleed the two. You know what I mean? And I've had to learn that too the hard way. I've had to learn, okay, I'm working here, I'm doing a shift from this time to that time, and then I go home. And my aunt would always tell me, she said, "Boy, do your 8 and skate. Do your 8 hours and get up out of there. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't allow this to bleed into your personal life. And it could be hard. Trust me, it could definitely be hard, especially if you got other stuff going on outside. But you got to have that tunnel vision when you go into that business to be focused on that business, serve the need that's needed by that establishment, and to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So, and then some businesses you can't be personal. Kind of just depends on what's going on, and it also depends on your audience and the people that you're serving. So they're not the same, but you can learn a lot from both, and that's my take on it.
Oh, okay. Quick question. On a side note, Tammy, do you also have a poem for the night?
Oh.
No, I'm saving my poem for Thursday.
Why you gotta go break my heart like that?
So
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all good.
So
Go ahead, DJ.
So listen, I want to get to the reading disability that she was saying. So is there such thing as reading disorder?
Yeah.
So isn't that the same thing as reading disability?
You can have a learning disability that is related to reading. When you have an IEP, there is not anything you put for reading disability. You can put learning disability, and you can have your learning disability that is related to reading, but you don't have a reading disability.
Is there a such thing as reading disorder?
Like what?
Like reading disability symptoms. Does that exist?
Reading disability symptoms?
Isn't that the same thing as reading disorder?
Reading disability symptoms?
Yeah.
So the signs that you have, you said there's no such thing as a learning disability.
You're saying there's no such thing as reading disability, right?
Right.
Okay, is there such thing as reading disorder?
There is such thing as a learning disability related to reading.
No. Is there such thing as reading disorder? That's what I'm asking.
There is such thing as a learning disability related to reading.
No, I'm not talking about relating.
There is a reading disorder. It is a learning disability related to reading.
Never mind. Go ahead.
She's basically breaking down the terminology for you. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like.
If there is a reading disorder, it is a learning disability related to reading. You can't call it a reading disorder. You can call it learning disability related to reading. Like dyslexia is a learning disability related to reading.
So reading disability is not the same thing as reading disorder. It's not the same thing, right? That's what you're saying?
There is no such thing as a reading disability. You can have a learning disability related to reading.
Okay, I see what you meant.
Okay.
Because when you're listed, when you have to put it on an IEP, you can't fit reading disability because there isn't. You have to put learning disability, and you will put what that learning disability is.
Okay, well, let me break it down. Well, let me break it down so I can make it more clear, right? Because I thought, like, the term of what you call is like a reading disability. So you're not the only one, right? But she's saying the proper term of what you call it is a learning disability, and then what is the disability that you have from your learning is reading. But if you call it a reading disability, or the other part that you said, which I forgot,
Reading disorder.
yeah, reading disorder, that's not the proper way of saying it. That's what she's trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Tammy, I know you're a teacher, but you got to break it down, man. You know, you're breaking down too complicated. But I get you though. Well, we have CKQ on the chat.
CKQ, what's going on, bro?
Looking relaxed,
going
brother.
on,
What's the
guys?
bow tie?
Yeah,
he got the wine. Oh man,
Yeah, I got my wine.
Yeah,
No bow tie today.
well, look, I got my watermelon
Monday.
juice, man. That's as rare as it gets.
come on, CK, man. Go ahead, get in the closet and get one, man.
Melissa, nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too. Are you drinking wine?
Yes,
I'm
he
a
is.
fancy guy,
Yeah.
of course. Only the best for myself.
Yes.
Oh god.
What's the question?
I wish I had. I'm jealous.
Let's see.
Sometime at some point.
I have the next question is what I have, Queen, is seeing the progress that he has made. Do you or do you not still have reservations about the success of the school? If you have reservations, what are they, Tammy? You wrote the questions out, but I think that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we should go to CKQ.
What did you say?
Well, your number 6 question
So
that
the question is just saying that seeing the progress that he's made, do you still have reservations about how successful his school will be? And if you have reservations, what are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We should go to CKQ first.
Is he back on though?
Yeah.
I think he took that wine and he kind of passed out because I don't see his face anymore.
That's what that box. That's what that box wine will do to you, man.
Whoa. I'm not that much of a lightweight, all right? Give me some kind of credit.
All right.
That's how the athletes be, man. The athletes that can't take liquor. Nah, you all good, man. We go. This is how we just jealous.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, CKQ, did you hear the question for number 6?
Yeah.
Exists.
Huh?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that much about what Umar Johnson has done. I know he was supposed to do something about a school, but never did for the longest time. I know he took some people's money and never actually really did anything. But that's all I really know about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
And that's like kind of like allegedly from like what you heard, or did you do like a little bit of research to find that out? Like
no, that was just like allegedly what I heard. He's not really been a topic that I try to follow up with. So I just wanted to stop by to show some support, see what's going on.
Yeah.
But
sure.
This is a hard conversation for me to contribute to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, thank you for.
I really don't know much about it, but if he took all those people's money and didn't do anything about it, so you know what, that school, that's not happening, and it's not going to succeed. Especially he can have a psychological degree, but that doesn't mean that he's going to know what to do with the money to be able to make the school happen. So it's just very ridiculous to me. It really is.
Yeah. I hear you guys on that one. Just
I think what happens is that, like I said, it goes back to where when you're doing zero federal money, like if you're not getting supported by a federal contract or a grant, it's like really hard to kind of like push things through. It's really hard. You almost like a lot of times you can't get like the permits and stuff. You gotta have it has to be up to code.
Yeah.
And like a lot of these things, like if you were to win $1 million, you still can't build a school efficiently because usually
No,
you would need
like
the federal. You would need the federal government to kind of help you out with a lot of the things, and that's standardized, air conditioned units and standardized windows, moss. A lot of these things, like it's a community based system.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, do I think that he's probably picking up a project that's too large? Possibly,
probably.
but I don't.
Probably didn't
Like I
realize
said,
what it actually entailed to build a school.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because sometimes sometimes you do have like abandoned schools, like a abandoned elementary school, and you can retrofit some of those, but sometimes it's just too much. And he may have bought a property and just doesn't know how to actually maneuver the property. I don't know. Like I really don't know what's going on. But like I said, when you don't use federal dollars or grants, it just makes it that much harder to kind of push a lot of things through.
Yeah.
I know, and it's just like also when it comes to schooling, there's like it's not even just about like the building. Of course, you need the electricity, like running water, all of that stuff. Like that, you would hope that people would realize that it's common sense that you need to have for a school. But there's also a lot of things that come into play, like it's staffing, curriculum. Like what exactly is he planning on teaching them? Like, has he even thought about that? Because that is like one of the main reasons why people send their kids to school is to like learn something and to have like curriculum or like a structure of something. And it's like there's lessons plans. He has to get like different materials, books, like all those things. Like, has he thought about that? Because what is the point of having kids come for that? You just do like an organization, a nonprofit organization, and do a community hall where people can do like a recreational area and have kids just go so they're not on the streets. If that's like his main concern. But if
That's a
you
good
don't know,
point. That's a good point.
but like if you don't know, yeah, you could be a psychologist, but that doesn't mean that you know like the educational background of like what you have to be teaching these kids. So I think he just bit off more than he can chew. And it's like, that's why I feel like especially the research that I did, yeah, you can have a bright idea, but if you don't have like all the research and you know exactly what to do for point A to point B, that's why a lot of times people are not going to invest their money. And if you're planning on making it a school out of donations, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all.
Yeah, curriculum. That was another thing about him that I didn't really hear too much. Even if he's doing it himself, I'm not hearing the curriculum too much being pushed in terms of. Usually, you'd have like a doctor of education right next to you saying, "Hey, this is our curriculum. It's going to be based on 5 fundamental factors, and it's going to be, this type of curriculum." Especially in America, you gotta because even in I think he's probably started in Pennsylvania, or was it Maryland?
Delaware.
Delaware. Yeah, he's saying Delaware. So I'm sure the state of Delaware is going to want to say, hey, your curriculum has to be XYZ, So, but I'm not hearing too much about that. But
what exactly are his credentials? Like, what exactly did he accomplish? No, like this is an honest question. I'm not too sure. I don't really know that much about him, so I'm curious. Like, what exactly are his credentials?
He's allegedly a black
contractor?
psychologist. He's allegedly a black psychologist, and he's
a psychologist.
Well, that's his credential, a black psychologist. So he thought.
Yeah. No, he's a clinical psychologist. But it's kind of like weird because like he's probably from my understanding that he's a doctor, but through certification. From my understanding, you can take certain types of courses. Say what?
He has a PhD. Is that what it is? He has a PhD.
No, he's a doctor, but he's not necessarily a PhD.
He has a doctor.
Oh.
So you can be a doctor. You can be a doctor without actually being a PhD. A PhD is a physician.
Out of profession, I can't.
What is that?
Oh my God, I can't.
Has a doctorate that no one could find. So his credentials aren't really that. Um,
It's a doctor's.
Incredible.
yeah.
A doctor's
Yeah.
a doctor of philosophy. PhD, like I said, it's one of those weird things where, like, it's like an accountant can be a doctor, but he may not. He doesn't have to necessarily take, doctorate courses. He could get. He can amass enough certification in, say, finance, international business. But then he can get certified as a doctor in accounting. But he doesn't necessarily. He does. It's some weird. It's some weird sort of. I did some research and I looked it up, and it was like, he's technically is a doctor based on certification.
Okay, so let me ask you this: like, Master P, he's a doctor, and Shaq, he's a doctor. So is it kind of like? Is he kind of like the same like Shaq and
No,
Master
that's
P?
that's honorary doctorates.
That's an honorary doctor. A lot of like the celebrities get that, where they go back to their old like college and then they do like the commemorate speech and then they become an honorary doctor of that school.
It's kind of like how Bill Nye, the science guy, is not actually like
Yeah.
a credible scientist.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, because there is a doctorate, and then I'm reading now that there's a thing called PhD. So
No,
there's
yeah, that's like when you go to
so there's a professional doctorate, and then there's a PhD, which is the doctor of philosophy. So it's
you can have a PhD in different degrees. You can have a PhD in neuroscience, a PhD in philosophy, a PhD in communications. It has to do with the amount of schooling that you have. So it goes from having your associate's degree to your bachelor's, master's. Then after your master's, you go to more schooling to get your PhD. And then that, when you become a PhD, then you can become a teacher later on in the line after you're done doing like what you went to school for.
Yeah, one is saying that a PhD is for teaching only, and the other one is for corporate player, like a professional. Like I said, it's one of those things where, like I said, I'm not gonna. As long as it sounds like he went to enough school and got certified in enough stuff to where.
Well, listen, let's be real though. Like, you don't really need that.
He went to all this schooling. Sorry, he went to all this schooling, and I'm sorry. Like I'm all for, but like he went to all this schooling and has all these degrees and a doctorate, and it's like this. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is what's going on, and then he doesn't really know what he's doing, and then it's just a mess, and then like it's just complete chaos. So then what was the point of him having all of that schooling? Like, I don't understand.
Like I said, it may be his professional trajectory. Like, he might be a psychologist, and he might be trying to like be a psychologist in the professional sense rather than the theoretical sense.
It's just not adding up, to be honest. It's just very
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to down the brother, because, like I said, whenever you go to school, you get those pieces of papers. You can get called whatever you want to.
No, like education is like, especially like, like more power to him. But if he has all those things, but it's just this, like, it's just very weird and odd. Like, this whole entire situation.
Okay, so real quick, in answer to the last question, as far as reservations, I have reservations just because having a building is one thing. A successful school is a completely different thing. So you can have a building.
That's what I said.
Having a successful school, there's a whole lot more that goes into that. And the desire to have a school is great. It's great to have that desire. I think anything that you decide to do, you really need to think it through and make sure you understand exactly what you're getting yourself into. So yeah. So I mean, if his school is successful, Gator Girl gets I'm sorry. If his school is successful, I'm gonna be. If his school is successful as a teacher in education, I'm gonna be happy. If his school is successful, I'm gonna be happy that it was able to be. And I would say, that's awesome. I will definitely give him his accolades. I guess they call absolutely. I'm gonna be happy if his school is successful. That's great. That he was able to get that building done, and it was going, and it was all good. Oh, I'll definitely say, oh, that was great. He followed through in everything he said, and his school was a success. But at this point in time, I have reservations because, like I said, it's great to say you want to have a school and a building. That's great. For that school to be successful, that's a whole nother thing. And I think a lot of people don't fully understand. Like I said, even the schools that are out here, their version of success and what's really going on behind the scenes are not the same thing. So, what you portray, and this is the thing is that, like Quinn was saying, you can make anything look the way you want to online. You can present anything the way you want it to look for anybody to see. But what's really going on, we may not know what's really going on behind the scenes. And that's the sad part about it. So, but if he's successful, you know what? I would happily say that he did an awesome job, that he really got his school up and going, and I would definitely give him those congratulations. Absolutely. I'm not going to, down him because if his school is great, there's no point to down him if he's running a great school, but that yet to be seen.
As I said before, we'll wait and see until 9/11 comes, because that's what he stated, that 9/11, that school should already be built up. If that school does not get built up by 9/11, and it be like months and another year from now, then there's not much I can really say about it.
Listen, I will say I don't know much about the guy. He's made a lot of promises, but in the end of the day, he's still trying to do something better in the world. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not happening as fast as everyone thought. But if it's actually still happening, then why even try to down the guy? You know what I mean? Yeah, if it doesn't happen at 9/11, that he made a promise and he couldn't keep it. That's just bad judgment on his part. But in the end of the day, he's still trying to do something better than most people. He could have taken that money and ran, but yet he's still putting his face out there. So that's some level of accountability, right?
Okay, question, because there's a question. Does anybody know exactly when he took the donations to build the school or to do the whole entire thing with the school? How was it during the pandemic or prior to it, or when exactly? Because I really don't know much about the story, but how everybody is explaining it to me and what I've looked up, the whole situation looks a mess, and it's just yes, we should give him the benefit of the doubt and wait and see what happens. It's just as of right now, the way that it's being portrayed, it's just very messy. That's what it is. But I just want to know, when exactly did he save up all this money or curate this money from donations from other people?
So, and I'm going to say allegedly, as always, from what was told to me, right? Now, there's some people that say he's been building the school up for 5 years. And then there's other people that says it's been 10 years. So during that duration of him announcing the future of his school being built, over time, he's asking for donations, pretty much. And I can't give you an exact number of when it started. I could just give you an estimate that it could have been 5 years or it could have been 10 years. but I think most of the funding is based off the donations from the people in this community, which that's why I think a lot of people are upset about and talking bad about them, because some will feel like, okay, that's not a righteous strategy. You could ask, if you're well known, you could just ask donations from people who are rich, who are willing to give it to you. But you have a lot of alleged comments of saying that he's been turned down, money from certain people, but you're still asking for donations, which that doesn't really add up. So,
Well, from like in that regard, like I just feel like us rich people don't give out their money for donations just to anybody. And like I've watched plenty of
that's
Shark
what I said
Tank
earlier.
where
Yeah.
yeah, because I was late, so I'm just like thinking about this now. Like rich people don't give out their money just to anybody. Like they don't, unless you have like a concrete plan and you know exactly what's going on. You could project figures, and they know that they're not investing their money into something that's not going to work out. They're not going to give the money to you. They're just not. And it's just like my questions is okay, that's probably a factor of why it still hasn't been able to be made, because he doesn't have enough money for it. Or is it that he's not getting the proper help? Or is it that, yeah, people are trying to give him advice, but it's just like a lot of times when you have money, you become very, stubborn, or he doesn't want to listen to other points of view, and that's why he doesn't want to accept the money from them. Or it's that, like, so there's a lot of things that can be going on, that like why it's been taking so long for the school to be made. Or he could be very picky. We have no idea. I really don't know this man until the story came out. Like I'm like doing my research now. So you don't know what he's thinking. He could be very picky, or we don't know. We really don't know.
That's why I'm just gonna say this, right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not defending. I'm not saying like he's a good person. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just trying to think outside the box in a business perspective. You see, the thing is, right, with a lot of African Americans, we're all about trying to make the most money. So to the point that we will give up our brands, our position of power, just to earn a significant amount. Whereas white people, they'll take something that's lesser, but they will do that in order for them to have a position of power, maybe to be a CEO or something. Some of them are willing to step down as long as they have some type of control. And so as I thought about that, I'm just thinking like, well, it probably doesn't add up because we're so used to black folks like just trying to go straight to a point, try to get it done. But maybe, and like I said, maybe the reason why a lot of stuff has been delayed is because he's probably going through different contracts with certain people. Maybe he probably dealt with the wealthy folks, but there's always, like in corporations. But remember, there's always a hidden agenda to anything. So if they donate money to him, like a substantial amount that can help build the schools up, like sponsor him, they're going to want something from that school. And it could have just been like, a lot of European folks that made an offer, and he probably turned them down because he want the position of power for himself. Maybe you want to own 100% of the rights to a school, and so it's going to take longer if you are turning down those donations. All I'm saying is that it might be for a good cause, and it might not.
Let me break down his philosophy real quick.
But rich people don't, like, I'm sorry, people just don't give out money, especially lump sums of money like that, without wanting something in return. So if he thought,
But that's the point I just made. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Let
the,
me
yeah.
let me break down his philosophy real quick.
money, like for the school, like no, he's being very naive if that's what he thinks.
Yeah, let me break down his philosophy real quick. His philosophy is basically he doesn't want any money that doesn't come from the Afro-Latin community. Like he said he's had wealthy white people try to donate to him, wealthy Asian people, wealthy Middle Eastern, and he won't take it. You know, I've been following him for about a good 5 years now, and that's been his stance. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like if you really want to get the school done, you would just use whatever resources you have, you know, and you will make it, you know, that'll be your main priority. But, you know, he has his own stance. I know DJ Eddie got something to say, so DJ Eddie, go on and rock out, man.
Okay, listen. First of all, okay, I want to go back to what Tammy was saying. Okay, about reading disability, right? You said that didn't exist, right? You said it didn't exist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking right here in the dictionary, and it does exist. It's in the dictionary. You said
When
it.
you
You
were-
said, hold on. I asked you from the beginning. I said, is there such thing as reading disorder? You started to break it down and everything like that. I didn't ask you to do all that. I specifically asked you, does it exist? You kept breaking it down. So I went to reading disability, and I asked you, does that exist? You said no. But it's in the dictionary right here that it does exist.
What I said was,
right,
when you have an IEP.
So I wanted to make that clear. I wanted to make it clear what I asked you.
So when you have an IEP, you cannot put reading disability because it is not. There's not.
You
Nothing
said listen, you said
reading
you
disability.
It's in the you want me to
Okay, so whatever you found in the dictionary, that's great, lovely. I applaud you for
Okay,
that.
I wanted to state the facts. I wanted to state the facts.
Education,
I wanted to state
from
the
a
facts
special
that
education,
you said that.
From a special education perspective, which is what he was speaking from, saying that they say, "Oh, your child has a reading disability." They don't say that. That from his mouth, from his mouth, he said.
We've already talked about talking over you.
From his mouth. From his mouth, the person you.
I'm not saying that he didn't say that. I didn't say he did not. Okay, go ahead. Go
from
ahead.
His mouth.
Go.
He said that when they diagnose, they say, "Oh, your child has a reading disability." That is not what they say because there's nothing classified as a reading disability. Something can be classified as a learning disability related to reading.
You're saying that they can't say that, right? That's what I'm not asking you if they can or cannot say it. I'm telling you what's in the dictionary that does exist. I'm completely telling you.
Before you say anything, hold on.
Okay.
I'm completely telling you, reading disability does exist, and you said it doesn't.
Okay.
I was just giving you facts.
Wait, hold on, Tammy. Let me read this real quick, Tammy. Hold on.
I was just giving you facts on reading disability does exist of what he's saying. And
you know more than I do.
Listen, I'll look it up. When you look it up, get up. Listen.
Hold on. Be patient, Tammy. Hold on for a second.
You know what her problem is? You see, we've already talked about all this talking over stuff. We've already talked about that. Now you see what she's doing, right?
That's why I'm encouraging people to hold on, right? I'm letting you speak, right? And after you speak, then I have to show the comments real quick.
So listen, basically, she can break all that down. That's fine. I asked her, does it exist? And it's in the dictionary, and she said no. She said reading disability does not exist. And it's in the dictionary. And he's saying the same thing that's basically similar to the dictionary.
Yeah.
And you can look it up and read it.
Are you done?
Okay, before you say anything, Tammy, right? There's something I gotta read, right? Because Black Wall Street is in the building. Shout out to Black Wall Street Trading LLC.
What's good?
He has a YouTube channel. Subscribe to that. And he says that reading disability. How can I do his voice? I'm usually good with the voices, but I can't do his voice right now.
You got it. Take your time, bro. Take your time. You got it.
What on the, okay? What on his voice? Nah.
Yeah, you can do it. Go on, take it down.
Okay, hold on. Well, let me read this and then I'll warm up. It was like, yeah, like reading disability, that's not a thing. It's a learning disorder. And then according to DSM,
Whose voice is that?
I was trying to do Black Wall Streets, but I can't. Usually, I'm kind of good with the voices, but not tonight. Maybe I might need a sip on some of the wine or whatever that CKQ got, but I can't do it right now.
I'm already
so
gonna
what I'm looking at.
So you kind of,
y'all ruined his buzz, man.
Wait. Black Wall Street also says that learning disability specifies or non-specified, and then he also said, let me see, do not use a dictionary. Clinicians do not use a dictionary. They only use DSM-V. I don't know what that means. And Gator Boy says, "Oh boy," and a bunch of crying emojis. All right.
Well, listen, that's hearsay. Once y'all look it up.
Yeah.
Somebody, it's easy for somebody to tell y'all something, but how about y'all look it up yourself? Look it up.
All right, so let me go ahead and look it up real quick, just to end all this.
Screen share it. Come on now, don't hide it from us.
Don't worry. Give me a chance, people. Okay, so is this what you read up on, DJ? It says a reading disability is a condition in which a sufferer displays difficulty.
It's in the dictionary too. It's in the dictionary in the books. It's in the books.
Not asking.
Wait, what? Yeah, but when you Google still like this is like the source from the dictionary. You can go Wikipedia. You could go to whatever. I mean,
I read books.
Okay.
I read the dictionary. I read books.
Wait, hold on. There's more people that's commenting right now.
It's a bunch of stuff people can put on Google.
Was that a shot at Tammy?
What does five mean?
No, that's not no side at all.
What's number
What does
5?
5 mean?
Yeah, you know CQQ was 5.
I think he's talking about the DSM-V.
No, I'm talking about
diagnosis.
The book.
Wait, hold on.
Thing.
Oh,
That's
okay.
for mental health.
Like a DSM-5, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, LL from Gator Girl, Black Wall Street says no. And he says, this is what my master's is in.
Do his voice.
I'm telling you. Huh?
Do his voice.
Do his voice.
This is what my
Come on,
master's is.
you know I can't.
I'm telling you.
Oh, wait. See, you got it. Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got it. Yeah. Well, see, this is what I got the master's from. I'm telling you. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Thank you, CJQ. Thank you.
There you
I got the voice right.
Am I able to respond?
Yeah, you're gonna respond. I'm just reading the comments. Tell me there. Hold on.
No. I was just asking, as far as DJ Eddie King, am I okay to respond, or am I not okay to respond?
We're gonna get
you. You have a dictionary by you to
we will
respond.
get to you. Okay, we will get to you. All right. Yeah. So, anyways, he said, "This is what I got my master's in. I'm telling you, not. Oh shoot. Oh, the chat's blowing me up. Not asking. I'm not. So I'm telling you, not asking." And then Gary Girl says, "Ask Eddie what a DSM-V is." Ah, boy. And then he says, "Google learning disorder." Okay. DSM-V. And then he says he didn't know what V was, and then it is 5. Boy.
See,
all right.
listen. Y'all looking at Google. I'm looking at the dictionary books. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Y'all looking at Google. That's y'all. It's in the books, and that's what's wrong with black folks. And they sit around talking about Dr. Umar Johnson actually said this too. A lot of us don't read books. A lot of us don't read.
I'm for sure.
Everybody runs to Google. I'm looking at the books. I ain't talking about Google. Look inside the book, the dictionary. Okay.
Is there a way we can get a website?
Yeah. Listen.
Huh? Is there a way we can get a Webster's dictionary? A Webster's dictionary, basically definition of this from the internet. Can we look that up and get the Webster's dictionary definition of it?
Yes, you
If she
can.
want to respond, she can go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Oh, so like I said, when he was in that conversation, he was speaking about special education and the dialogue about special education and what they say in regards to special education. Okay, it says that in the dictionary. I'm talking about from a special education perspective. And when you're diagnosing kids and what you say those kids are diagnosed with, you don't say they're diagnosed with a reading disability. Because in the special education world, which he was speaking from his so-called knowledge, there is no such thing as a reading disability. From a special education standpoint, from a special education dialogue, which is why I broke it down before when I said there is no such thing as a reading disability. It is a learning disability related to reading. When we're talking about special education, we don't talk about reading disability because that is not what it is. It is a learning disability related to reading. So yes, when we're talking about special education, IEPs, you can't click when it says for you to click what their disability is, there is not an option for reading disability because that is not an option. You can put learning disability, you can't put reading disability.
M3, type in reading disability. Is not learning.
Okay, yeah. So all right, the first one was a learning disability where you could kind of see get out of here. Where you could kind of see like the definition of it. So now I type in reading disability. It says the word you enter isn't in the dictionary.
Oh, wow. It's not in the dictionary.
Well,
so there's wait.
This is Webster's dictionary.
So there's no other dictionaries? It's just that one? Y'all wrong?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, there it is.
Wait, hold on. I got hold on.
Can you
my
look,
wife,
listen.
Wait. My wife got the dictionary right here. Look, she got the book right here. You see this? Hold on. I got to zoom in on this real quick. Hold on.
Whoa. Is that the truth?
It says Webster.
Yeah. Oh shit. My. All right. Hold on. Let me zoom in real quick. All right. Shout out to Mrs. M3 with the book. What is this? Okay, Webster's 9th new. How you say this? Collegiate Dictionary, right? Okay.
Well, who did that sound like?
No, we really can't see that, right?
Hey, where's the sound effect where it says that it doesn't matter, right? Play that, CKQ. But look, the only thing that shows is like it's a disability. But do you see like learning disability or reading disability?
Maybe in the examples.
See, hold on, let me see. Okay, the disability, the condition of being disabled and inability to pursue occupation because of physical or mental impairment. I know, right? No, it doesn't show on here.
Anybody not entertained? I'm actually enjoying this.
I'm enjoying this myself too.
Disability is a disability, and then you put it into any category.
Yeah, but the problem is, okay, so Ed said that DJ Eddie says that there's a such thing as a reading disability in a term that you can use. First Lady Tammy is saying that you're not supposed to say reading disability, you're supposed to say learning disability.
Learning encompasses all of them, general. Yeah.
Okay. Listen.
So I said.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. What'd you say, Melissa? Yeah.
Okay. It says.
Mm-hmm.
I put.
Thanks.
Look.
I don't need it. How about what'd you say, Melissa?
It says are learning. Okay, I looked up on Google, so let's see what there. Whatever. At this point, reading disabilities are learning disabilities. That's what it says. Are learning disabilities that can include problems with phonological processing, reading fluency or speed, and reading comprehension. That's what it says. Reading disabilities are learning disabilities. That's what it says.
Uh-huh.
And it says children who are disability often show early signs
Yeah,
of
but
language.
As I
Grow up.
said,
Grow up, people.
we
I
don't
should have
say
stopped in
any
that
disability. It is
So pretty much
classified as a
small.
learning disability.
What you say?
Like I said,
Well, hey, I'm glad that a lot of people is being more attuned into like this argumental debate.
Clement, where's the line?
Transvestite.
I don't know, like unfortunately, I don't have any, but I do have little watermelon juice drinks.
what?
That's as close as I have right now. That's
What?
red.
Don't nobody care what you drinking. Stay focused. We ain't worry about what people sipping on. Wait, good Lord.
Yeah, right there.
All right, so Black Wall Street says, okay, oh God, let's see, 315.00 F81, blah blah blah, specific learning disorder with an impairment in reading. I can't.
That sounds like a whole lot of like technical, like
Yeah.
Too much.
So what he's saying that is it because specific learning disability, that's what you put on an IEP.
Yeah.
Well, we say as a special education teacher, you say SLD. You don't say specific learning disability when you're just using your normal dialogue. But yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
First lady.
Well, anyways.
And that's what IEP stands for, individualized.
Yeah, where were we?
I mean, he already posted on there. All right, so
where were we when
before we close anything out, right? I want you guys to shout out like your social medias. Tammy, we'll start with you in order. So
Me?
go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so my Instagram is like my name. It says on the thing, but with 916 at the end, and there's no spaces in between. So it's First Lady Tammy 916.
Okay. Cool. DJ Eddie King.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snap a photo of what it means in my dictionary book that I have, and I'm gonna put it and send it to y'all. But I'm gonna send it to Tammy first just to set her up.
You ain't gotta send it to me. You ain't gotta send me that.
And then after that.
Yeah, are you gonna shout your social media real quick?
Yeah, First of all, I'm gonna say DJ.Eddie.King at IG, and then YouTube DJ Eddie King, and then DJ F King on Facebook. That's my where you can find me.
Yeah, and also, guys, he is the guy who's responsible for making the instrumentals for the intro and outro. Okay, E Black TV. Ready to shout yours out?
Yeah, follow me at E Black TV podcast. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationship. He never ceases to have a great show. So, follow me at all platforms, E Black TV. If you can't find it, look at my IG. I try to put as many links as I can on that thing. So,
thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. CKQ, while you sip on that wine.
Oh, I'm up. Listen, guys. Cheers.
Got him.
Listen, you guys can follow me over at there it is. I like it. You know what? I'll leave that one for you. But you guys can follow me over at CKQ podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. I host a show where I bring men and women on, and we talk about the different gender dynamics between men and women and how it plays in bigger society. It's usually a lot of fun, and I always welcome anyone that's interested in being on the panel. Just email me, and we can set something up. You can usually find it on my page, CKQ Podcast.
All right, thank you. And then Queen, you have anybody you want to shout out?
No, not right now. It was a great show. Enjoy it, and I'll shout it out later.
Okay, for sure. All right, Melissa.
You can find me in all social media It's either Melissa Stewart, Melissa Natasha Stewart, or MNS Angel 91, and that's how you can find me.
Okay, cool. And then, last but not least, our fabulous network manager,
Yeah.
Mr. Hall of Fame.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Everybody knows me. I'm Mr. Hall of Fame Forever 4984 on Instagram. MR Hall of Fame Forever 4984 on Instagram. I am the network manager for Knowledge and Relationships, as M3 has given me my shout out. Thank you for the love, M3. Shout out to the whole team, man. First Lady Tammy, DJ Eddie. Shout out to CKQ, Melissa, E Black TV, Gator Girl for the support. You know what I mean? Mrs. M3 for the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. For real.
You forgot Queen. Thank you.
Oh yeah, shout out to Casey. Shout out to Queen 2021. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's been here, that's supporting. Please like and subscribe our channel at Knowledge and Relationships. And we will see you again on Thursday. All right, y'all, later.
All right, yeah. And also shout outs to Ebony as well too. I think what's her YouTube channel? I forgot already.
Blooming Ebony.
Yeah, Blooming Ebony. Thank you. Shout outs to her. Matter of fact, even shout outs to Master Duck too, man. For his never ending comedy and for being polite and engaging. And I'm gonna read the last part of the chats. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyways, as always, it's your boy M3. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships, and also tuning in to M3 TV News, which the stream gives you the best news. And I just want to say, definitely in my Dr. Umar Johnson voice, donations. Go ahead and donate to the Cash App, $ Mario Marion. Make sure you fools donate because at least it will go to a good cause. And so, let's see. Let me go ahead and post this up right for you guys real quick. So in the chat, if you guys have a Twitter account, follow Melissa Stewart's Twitter. It's right here. And let's see. And then you can just look her up on YouTube. Right here. And her IG. Thank you for posting that. And bam. Right here. So anyways, and all is Melissa Stewart. Okay. So anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Get those likes up. If you're new to the channel, get those subscriptions up as well too. Follow my friends Facebook, YouTube and IGs as well too. So let's see. Stop discriminating. Yes, and just follow. Thank you. So yeah. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. People in the panel like Melissa and Tammy, stick around because we will be networking on some major stuff real soon. Can't tell you most of you guys, but anyways, we are signing out. Peace.
Later.
Oh, and don't forget.
Bye, guys.
Make sure you guys and girls always make sure you get your mind right, especially before tuning into the live stream. Thank you.
Action.